Hello friends, very good evening. In this video I'm going to take another example of creating a profit and loss calculator. So for that I'm starting from the same frame, nothing you have to do. Just in the codes I'm going to write something in the init UI. So now for that, since I want to work with the cost price and selling price, the program will be receiving cost price and selling price from the user, and then it will be calculating the profit loss. So for this I need two levels, two line q line edit, like the edit text, like two line edits, where I can receive the cost price and selling price from the user, and the two buttons. So here I create inside the init, like I want these to be members of the class because they are to be accessed from across different functions. So if they are the member of the class, then they can be accessed from across different functions without any problem. But if you define a function inside the if you define a variable inside a function, then that will become local to that very function. So I have created, look at the first structure, self.txt cp txt sp. These are the q line edits, and they have been declared inside the class which is my application, and this is taking the argument qvisit importing actually, and the import lines are there on the top, which you have seen in my previous videos. So now in this condition I'm just creating a label. So first is label cp lbl cp equal to q label, and then it says enter cost price, I import, and then lbl sp equal to q label sp equal q label, and there you write the text selling price. Selling price. Self. Then the two labels, two text. So to display the result, I will also take the help of a label, so that I will call it at LBL rise, because on the label only I will display the profit percent or the loss percent. That's why this is my plan right now. In this application you can take another line edit text, or you can take it button, anywhere you can write, but I think label is the best, not best, but in this application they help me just to stick with the core, and I don't have to do so much. You can use pop-up menus also for. So now LBL CP LBL SP, I'm just making the text all as small letters. So LBL CP LBL SP LBL RS, and then the button clear will be Q push button, Q push button, then it will have a text clear on it, and then I just import it. Then I can create another button called the button cal, equal also for calculation. Its name is q push button, and then text on it will be calculate. That's better, calculate. So self. And now since I think I have got all the required visits, so I need a layout. For that I'll opt for grid layout, because grid layout help you to represent the data in the tabular form. So I'll go create one object of the grid layout, and I'll name it grid. So grid equals q grid layout. So here it is done. So and in this grid I'll be adding the visits. So for that, definitely there is a function called, there must be some functions, because in object oriented programming everything is functions and there are so many functions. Now I'll write grid dot cell spacing. So just appropriate spacing, maybe 5 or 10, 5. Then I'll go for grid dot add visits. So first I will add one label, that is lblcp, lblcp, and it will be at the position 1 comma 0. Yeah, first row 0 column you can say. Then I'll make it another one, add visit. Then I'll go for line edit, q line edit, that is the text where I'll receive the information. Then that is txt cp. So its name is self.txt because it has been defined inside the class. So self.txt cp, and then position is 1 1. So I make everything lower cases because it will help me to save some type in some time. And I just name them btn, lbl, and the txt, so I remember what they are. So self.txt cp, and then it will be positioned at 1 1. So here it goes. Okay. Now I need, so one row is completed, one label with the text. Now grid dot add visit, then I'll take another label, and that is lblsp, and 2 comma 0, second row, 0th column, or second row first column you can take it, 2 comma 0. Okay. And now I will use one more button. No, I need that line text 2 0, and then I will go for this. So the next line will be grade dot. Okay, so that by mistake I left both the label as the CP, so that's why the error was coming. So now it's fine. So now another line text. So that add visit. Then I will use self.txt sp and 2 comma 1. Yes, and then I will go for result because I want to place the result, and in this row there is only one element. So lbl rs, and that will be 3 comma 0. I have only one element for this, so I'll write 3 comma 0. I can also write 3 comma 1 later. Let's see, after displaying the result I'll just try to see what. Now I made 3 1. So this third row have only one element. Now I have one more row and two more button to add. So grid dot add visits, btn clear, btn clr, comma 4 comma 0. Yes, fourth row first elements, fourth row 0 4 0, and then grid dot add visit, btn cal 4 comma 1. So all the labels, all the visits I have added, only I need to provide some action in it. So no. First nothing will be displayed because see they are all coming at same position because the layout have not been set layout. I need to write. Okay. spacing, if I make it 10, 1011 2021 3033 301 4041, then I need to put the set dot visit dot layout. This is self dot how the look and feel of this small GUI is there. Okay, so these elements are not in order, so I need to make them order 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, now yes, so here you see two levels: cost price, selling price. One is for result, and then you have clear button and the calculate button. Now I need to provide some action for them because this is all the GUI part. Okay, so I have two buttons. I want to add some action onto them, and then one button is CLR button is made with the purpose that if the user want to do calculation on and on again, so it needs to clear those Q line edits. Line edits means the text box. You can call in, if you have studied other programming languages, they call it text box, where we receive the text from or data from the input from the user. So now I'm adding button btn dot clr dot clicked dot connect self dot, and then I'll call a function. So I create two functions, one for clear, one for this. So I'm calling the first function as the clr and the clr all small bt, and then I'll go for another function. So that function will be calculating the theme for the calculation, like the mathematics part of this profit and loss calculations. So self dot cal bt, I can call it at cal. Oh, both the names are same. It's a CLR BT and cal BT. Will it make same? No problem. This is key press event is just a shortcut function, small functions that if you press the escape key, then the program will leave. You can just look at the syntax of this also. This is just a signal. So I create one function def, name is clr bt, then self. Okay, and then inside this I have to write the code for clearing. So we have two text field, and they can be accessed with the name dot self dot txtcp dot set text dot set text, and then I'll add just empty string to that, single empty, yeah, empty string. So this is done. And now next also self dot txt sp dot set text, that is also empty because its job only is to clear and make it ready for the next cycle of the calculation. So this empty. Okay, so now this button is created. Now I need to create that another button. There I have to make calculations. How will I calculate this from those text fields or the Q line edit text fields? So, and they should be mathematically float. So I write cp equal to self dot txt, and then I have to get those data from those text fields. So I just call the text, and then it has to be typecasted into float because I'm expecting a float number from the user, because there is an input text box, so you can write your string also, but I need to typecast it to string. So first I have to work with them, and then I haven't. So let's see first work without any typecasting. Let's see how it all behaves. So now we know that when selling price is greater than sp, then yeah, okay, so profit percentage, if sp is greater than cp, this is a programming mathematical logic that if sp is greater than cp, then profit is happening. If sp equal to, so I'm using elif for that, if elif and if SP is equal to cost price is equal to selling price, then profit is 0, neither profit nor loss, so I'll write profit is 0. And else means if SP is lesser than CP, then definitely loss will be generated. So here I write the else part, and there is no condition because in the three numbers are there, so last or by default here this is the condition called SP less than CP. So I write, because loss is SP minus or CP minus, loss will be CP minus SP. So CP minus SP, and then I divide it by 100 because percentage with respect to cost price. It should be CP divided by CP. So these are the mathematical model. If you know, so that how you can calculate profit and loss percent if cost price and selling price are known, that you better understand it. I'm just trying to write them on this my level. So self dot lbl, and then lblrs. I need to take it in the first block only because this also has to be accessed from outside one function. So everything is okay now. So lrs dot set text, and then you have to format because you have to write percentage along with the data. So double quote profit equal to double quote close plus str, and there we will write uh, strpr and plus percentage. Okay, so this program will just have a little flaws. I understand where it is, but I will just explain you after showing you that how error come, because that is important. You need to know where the errors come and how the errors are generated. So I need to put the PR on the top because it is used before it is declared. So PR equals 0. Yeah, this is not required. And then the next line also I need to just copying because I have only one label where I'm just displaying the data. So there I'll write loss equal to, okay. So now if you run, hopefully it will not work because we have left actually, because I knew it's going to happen. Now see 1200 and the 100, if you calculate, then it will stop working on only strings. You cannot take them directly as a float or numerical value, so I need to typecast those values first, and then only you can use mathematical operators on them. Otherwise it is not going to work because they are just working on the text, and the text means you cannot multiply two text and divide one text and by a number, because it has to be number. 1200, and then here it is 1000, so there is a profit, but it is saying that the 200% loss. This loss is not actually accurate, it is 20% only. So okay, so now let's go to the loss is 200%. So now see percentage sign also I have typed, just like converted it into string. So what is the problem? First I need to make this as 30 because it will look nicer if it remains on one side. So 30, and then I will just check the logic where so it should be 100 into SP minus CP, 100, that is the find. 100 into profit part is okay. Now in the row there is a mistake. It cannot be 100, it should be CP, because loss is also CP minus SP by, yeah, this 100 should be CP. Okay, So CP minus SP by CP and SP minus CP by CP. Now this time everything looks fine. We hope that this will work. This will work. Surely this will work. So 100,000 rupees cost price, 800, 1200 selling price. So profit 20%. Correct. Now I just write that. Okay, clear button. So 1200 and this. Okay, make it smaller. 1800. Okay, so loss will be 20%. Now friends, it's okay. So subscribe to our channel, keep on watching other videos, friend. It's really damn interesting.